What if I told you that most traders draw trend line wrong? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can draw your trend line best accurate. I'm Kingjeff-FX. In this video, I'm going to teach you how you can draw, master trend lines, and also to avoid fake outs from a trend. If you have also or always draw a trend line that price ignored, hit that subscription button and tune in, because today I'm going to fix it. Okay, we'll be going into red chart, but first of all, you know what a trend line means. A trend lines help you to identify a chart movement, the chart direction. Now, a trend line consists of two or more points in the market. So I'm using a real chart here, which is my chart. And first of all, to identify an uptrend, you should create higher highs and lower lows, just like this. Higher highs, lower low, higher highs and lower low. You understand? So for you to draw this trend line, you need to find at least 2 points in it. 2 points. You don't need to force the market. It must be 2 or more touches in that lower lows, just like this. 2 or more touches in that lower lows. This is the 1, this is the 2, just like this. 2 or more touches. You can see the, don't worry, I'll zoom it out for you guys so you see what I'm doing. You see the first touch and the second touch over here. First touch and the second touch. It must be 2 or more touches. Sorry, and this one too. You don't need to force the market. Do you understand me? You don't need to force the market. You must connect the lows. You must connect the lows together. So I just showed you how you can draw your trend lines connecting the 2 points. You understand? Make sure it's the low. Make sure it's the low, not the border. You don't draw trend using the border. It must be the low. So now we are going to talk about the breakout and the retest. How you can identify breakout and retest. So for example, we are having a market that is trending in a bullish way, creating a higher high, higher low, higher high. You know why it is called a higher low and a higher high? Is because this previous high broke this high over here, making it to be a higher high, and this previous low failed to break this low, making it to be a higher low. Do you understand? So in a bullish direction, it's called a higher high and a higher low. You understand? Higher high and higher low. So see my chart over here. I have to draw the trend line using this. You start from down to draw it up. You start from down to draw it up. It must touch the trend line. Do you understand? It must touch the trend line. So here is how to notice a breakout from this market. Once price breaks out from this market, as you can see on my screen, you must wait for a retest of that trend line first before you think of going to the market, before you think of shorting the market. Do you understand? You must wait for something like this to happen in the market. For something like this, it must tap into that trend line. It must touch that trend line first. You understand? This is the basic thing you're supposed to know about break and retest. This is a break and retest. Then you fall down, targeting this place over here. You can see it. So let's dive into the real chart of this stuff. So this is my live chat with you guys. This is my live chat with you guys. The first thing I'm supposed to do in this market is to identify the movement of this market, the direction, the overall bias of this market is currently bullish. Looking at my screen from this angle, it became very, very bullish. How will you know it's bullish? You can see that it's breaking the highs. It's breaking these highs. Higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high. You can see lower low, higher high, and so on like that. But now this price broke this low. As I taught you guys, it means the direction of the market has changed. But first of all, since we are using trend lines, I will use my trend line to teach you guys. I have to spot out my trend line from this low over here. The mistake you should avoid is drawing your trend from the border. You don't draw it on the border. You draw it on the lows. Do you get me? On the lows, just like this. From this low to this low. I'm going to zoom out, zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. You can see. So I will say this is my A, this is my first touch, this is my second touch, and this is my third touch. Do you understand? This is my second touch, my third touch. And what you should look out for now is a retext of that trend line. The retext on that trend line. Looking at this chart, we are on 3 hours time frame, and this is the other block of 3 hours. This is the other block of 3 hours, 3 hour time frame. You understand? This is the other block of 3 hours time frame. So what are we expecting from this market? We should wait for price to touch this zone. We should wait for price to touch in this zone. If it touches this zone, then is the retext of that trend line. Do you understand? Is the retest of that trend line. Then you should sell this market from here, targeting this place, targeting this low over here, because that is the rule of trend lines. You understand? Your first target should be the first low in the market. So this is how to trade lines and breakouts, looking at this chart pattern. So just like this, and over here. So here is another quick example using my live chart on gold, 3 hours. You understand? 3 hours. So this is it. This is my first touch. You can see what I'm doing over gold. So this is it. How to draw a trend line. I'll map this as 1, 2, the fake out, and other stuff like this. You can see what I'm doing. So what do you expect this chart to do over here in the rule of trend line? You should wait for a retext like this. Do you understand? A retext like this. So this is also another strategy you can use, following gold from here to this area. You can see we map this as our A, B, and C, and the breakout. So these are the easiest way to draw a trend line. Guys, the real chart pattern on trend lines. So these are the mistakes to avoid when drawing trend lines on your chart. Number 1, you should avoid multiple trend lines on your chart. Number 2, you should avoid drawing the trend line on the body of the chart. It must be the lows or the highs. Do you understand? First of all, you should identify the movement of the market FX. If it's trending bullish, you try to figure out your trend line, you spot it out to the market, you wait for a breakout FX. Do you understand? A breakout, or you trade using the trend line as a retext on it. But once it's a breakout, you wait for a retext FX. So do well to subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.